Now, if you're like most people and you've been struggling with overcoming procrastination for most of your life, by the time you finish watching this video, you're going to see just how dramatically overcoming your procrastination can transform your life. I'm going to show you in this video 5 of the most life-changing and unexpected benefits that you will get by doing the work. If you missed my last video where I explained what procrastination is and why you do it, I suggest you watch that video as soon as you finish watching this video. You're going to be very, very glad you did. What we've been told about procrastination isn't completely accurate. Procrastination is something completely different than what you think it is. Procrastination is nothing more than a tool that we use. Let me explain. There's a college student by the name of Jack who's really having a hard time with procrastination when it comes to his studies. There's one particular subject that he's really concerned about because he's just not that good in that subject. And, he's already failed a couple of tests or exams in this subject. So there's a lot of stress that's really attached to him studying this particular subject. So the other day when he got out of class, he rushed straight home, and his intention was to go ahead and study. Well, that was his intention, because as soon as he got home, the first thing that he started feeling was stress, but it was actually much deeper than that. The stress that he was feeling was coming from a place in the past. He had already failed a few times in this exam, this particular subject, and now he wasn't doing that good. So all of his stress continued to build up because now he's thinking, what if I fail this? Will I get kicked out of the school? Will I have to take this course over again? All of that stuff is just building up. So what does he do? He calls up a couple of his partners. They get their controllers, their game controllers, and they play video games for about the next 3 to 4 hours. So why did Jack call his friends over to start playing video games? Was it because he lacked discipline? Was it because he lacked motivation? Was it because he was lazy? I tell you this, it was none of those things at all. Jack was playing video games because all he wanted to do was get rid of the stress and feel good right now. So Jack used procrastination as a tool to feel better, or in other words, to avoid feeling stressed. That's the reason we all procrastinate, because of stress. If ever you're procrastinating, ask yourself, what is it that I'm stressed about? What is it that I'm really stressed about? What's stressing me here? And the answers will start coming up. Just like I explained to Jack that he's going to have to find the deeper reason, that's the same thing that you are going to have to do. Until you can uncover the deeper reason why you do procrastinate, you're not going to be able to really get a handle on it and then overcome it. The reason you think you procrastinate is not the reason why you procrastinate, but it is stress, and it's stress related. Now, this brings me to the first life-changing benefit that you're going to receive as a result of overcoming your procrastination. And that would be reduced anxiety and stress levels. You're going to find that your stress and your anxiety levels are going to continue to go down further and further every day, day by day, week by week, the more that you overcome procrastination. There's a very sharp mid-level manager by the name of Carla whose responsibility is, one of them is to perform the end of quarter employer reviews for all of the employees in the company she works for. Now, she was telling me that there's a lot of stress attached to that task alone because, a lot of her friends are the ones that she's going to be doing reviews on. And these are people that she hangs out with. They go to happy hours, they go to brunch, they go to clubs sometime and dance the night away. So here's the dilemma that Carla faces. Does she give a fair and accurate review of the employees that she's going to be reviewing? Does she shine the light on those that are not carrying their weight and, risk them being disciplined? Or does she just glaze it over? Does she just glaze it over and just give them a pass because they're her friends and risk the company suffering poor performance from them? The stress that's attached to these reviews that Carla has to do has nothing to do with the reviews themselves, or has nothing to do with her job. It does, however, have everything to do with the fact that Carla is a people pleaser. And this began many years ago when all she was trying to do was just fit in. She was just trying to seek approval from people that would allow her to be in their friend group because she was a lonely child growing up. So instead of doing the employee reviews right away, Carla decided that she needed a little break. Okay, so what she did was she sat down at her desk and she just started going through her social media feeds. Why? It's not because of a lack of self-discipline. Carla's a very disciplined employee. She's a very disciplined mid-level manager, and she gets high praise from all of her superiors. Carla was just trying to feel good in the moment. She did not want to deal with all the stress that was associated with the task. Again, it wasn't about the task itself. It was about the stress that was attached to the task itself. The reality that she could lose a couple of friends or that a couple of people would stop liking her, that really weighed very heavy on her. When she stopped and gave me a call, she was just borderline hysterical. I mean, she just could not figure out what she was going to do. And instead of giving her the answers, I allowed her to go ahead and search within herself for the answers because she knew all along what it was. You see, feeling good gives you a temporary feeling. It gives you a temporary sense of relief. But the reality is that after that temporary quick fix is over, you're even more stressed and anxious than ever before because now you got to catch up. Now you got to catch up. Now you're behind and your stress factor now is over the limit. So much to her credit, she was able to, the following day, get all of those quarterly report employee reviews out of the way. And she was able to do it in a way that did not compromise her integrity and did not alienate anyone as her friend. So yes, her stress and anxiety levels are lowering every day, and she really is loving that. But she's also experiencing the second life-changing benefit, which is her self-discipline is, growing stronger and stronger every day as well. You see, here's the thing about self-discipline. We don't procrastinate because of a lack of self-discipline. Procrastination causes a lack of self-discipline. Now her self-discipline in every area is starting to rise more. Now she already had a high level of self-discipline to begin with, but she had started losing that edge. She got her edge back. The third life-changing benefit that you're going to get as a result of overcoming your procrastination is better work. People who don't procrastinate accomplish better work. It doesn't matter how seasoned you are, how good you are at something. Everybody knows when you rush to put something together at the last minute, it's not going to be the best that it could be because you haven't even given yourself time to review your work to make sure that it's the best that it could possibly be. So when you start overcoming your procrastination, you're going to find out that you have much more time on your hands to review the work that you're going to be finishing to make sure that it's the best that it could possibly be. Now, the fourth unexpected benefit that you get is a sense of increased trust in yourself and also an increased sense of integrity. You see, when you do the thing that you said you were going to do, whether it's for work, whether it's for family, whether it's for friends, or whether it's for yourself, you begin to trust yourself even more, and you begin to believe in yourself even more. When we commit to something, or when we say that we're going to do something and we don't do it, that erodes our trust in ourselves. That erodes our integrity. And then sooner or later, we become our biggest enemy, because you say something like, okay, yeah, I'm going to go out and I'm going to take a jog. I'm going to take a little run around the block this morning. And your self-dialogue says, hey, listen, you haven't been doing that. So now you want me to just think that you're going to up and just do that and continue to do it? I'm not buying it. That's not who you are. So you start building your integrity. You start building your faith in yourself. You start building your trust in yourself. And that is a huge unexpected benefit. Now, the fifth, but certainly not the last, unexpected life-changing benefit that you receive by overcoming your procrastination is better health. Who doesn't want better health? We all are striving to be more healthy. So scientists have discovered through their research that there is actually a link between procrastination, hypertension, and cardiovascular disease. People who procrastinate, especially chronic procrastinators, tend to punish and beat themselves up over unfinished projects and a lack of control in their own lives. They tend to live in constant fear of consequences that could catch up to them because they've missed deadlines, or they worry that the quality of work that they're doing is consistently on the decline because they're having to rush projects in. And most importantly, they beat up on themselves a lot because they just don't trust themselves anymore. It's just an effect of the whole procrastination loop. The more you procrastinate, the less you trust yourself. The less you trust yourself, the more you procrastinate. I'm going to look a little deeper into this subject in one of my upcoming videos because there are so many more benefits that you get by overcoming procrastination. But just these 5 benefits alone can completely transform your life. But for now, this is Richard of RHCG Motivation, and thanks for joining me. If this content resonates with you in any way or gives value, adds value to your life in any way, please don't forget to like and share this with your friends, because we all know somebody who's struggling, grappling with procrastination. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and hit the bell so that you can be notified when new videos are coming out. And also, don't forget, here's the video that you might want to watch if you did miss last season or the last video. Make sure you watch that because it's going to give you so much insight. And for right now, I want you to always remember, it's never too early or too late to transform your life on purpose. You matter. You've always mattered. You're good enough. You've always been good enough. I'm your brother. I love you, and I'll see you in the next video.